It is Sunday morning, 2026. I'm 30 years old. My daughter is 1. She is in the high chair eating scrambled eggs. My wife is at the counter making coffee. The house is quiet in a specific way. Sunday mornings are quiet. And I am about to tell you about a different Sunday. 11 years ago, when I was 19, and the block called my phone, and I almost went back. My daughter does not know what the block is. My daughter has never seen 1, 12, 16. My daughter has never walked past the corner store with the bulletproof glass. My daughter has never met Marcus. My daughter has never had to decide whether to answer a certain kind of phone call. My daughter's Sunday mornings look like this one: scrambled eggs, coffee, her mother humming to a song only she can hear, her father sitting at the kitchen table watching her eat. The whole domestic scene I never grew up inside of. The whole domestic scene I am now the father of. And every Sunday morning for the last year I have sat at this table with her and thought about this Sunday I did not go back, because if I had gone back, none of this would exist. Not the wife, not the daughter, not the coffee, not the scrambled eggs, not the Sunday morning quiet in that house I own now. All of this exists because 11 years ago I made one decision on one Sunday afternoon that I have been making again every single day since. Present day, kitchen table, scrambled eggs, the daughter I would not have had if the Sunday had gone the other way. Present day, coffee steam, my wife humming, the life I get to be inside of because the block called and I almost answered. And the word almost is the whole reason we're here. Let me tell you what happened, cause the story matters. The story matters because I know how many other men had the same Sunday and made the other decision. The story matters because I know how many other men are gonna have that Sunday next week, and they need to hear how one man walked away. The story matters because my daughter's gonna be old enough one day to ask, Dad, what were you like at 19? And I am gonna have to have an honest answer. The story matters because Christ was in the car with me that afternoon, and I did not know it until 3 hours later. The story matters because the man I am at 30 is entirely because of the decision I made at 19. So let me tell you, Sunday, July 2015, I was 19. I had been saved for 18 months. My mother was making breakfast. My grandmother had left me a voicemail the night before, and the phone that was gonna change my life was still in my pocket, silent, for another 4 hours. The album starts here. Present day, kitchen table, 2026. Daughter in a high chair, wife at the counter, coffee and a memory that has been living in me for 11 years. The Sunday, the block called, and I almost answered. 7:14 a.m. July 2015, Bed-Stuy. The apartment my mother has been renting since 1992. I am 19. The Sunday begins. The alarm on my flip phone goes off at 7. I sit up on the couch where I have been sleeping since I gave my sister the bedroom 2 years ago. The couch is the green section on my mother bought at the Salvation Army in 2003. The couch has a specific dip on the left cushion from 12 years of me sitting there. I stand up, I fold the blanket, I stack the pillow on top of the blanket. This is my morning ritual. I have done it every morning since I got saved 18 months ago. Before I got saved, I slept until noon and did not fold anything. The folding is one of the small commitments I made to myself the week I came home from Grace Baptist. The folding is proof I take up space differently now. I walk into the kitchen, my mother is at the stove. She has been up since 5:30. She is making Sunday Sunday breakfast in my mother's house means the following: grits with butter, 2 eggs over medium, salt pork, 1 slice of Wonder Bread toasted. Coffee. She hands me the coffee before I ask for it. She has been handing me the coffee before I ask for it every Sunday morning for 18 months.
This is what it looks like
to have a mother who has been praying for you for 19 years.
This is what it looks like
to have a mother who watched you get saved. This is what it looks like.
This is what it looks like
to have a mother who knows the specific weight of every morning you come home.
Sunday morning, 7 a.m.
My mother at the stove, grits and eggs and coffee, the couch I fold every morning.
Sunday morning, 7 a.m.
The apartment on Halsey Street, the alarm on my flip phone, the specific quiet of a mother who has been praying for me since 1996. She hands me the tithe envelope on my way out. The envelope is $20 in it. $20 is a tenth of what I made last week at the Dwayne Reed on Fulton. $20 means we will eat cereal for dinner one night this week to make it work. She hands me the envelope like it is nothing. Like giving up $20 on a $180 paycheck is not a real decision for her. It is not a real decision anymore. She has been giving God 10% since 1978. She started when she was 17 and her own mother taught her the practice. She's never questioned it, she's never budgeted around it. The tithe comes off the top of every check she has ever cashed. And now she's teaching me and I am learning, and I have not questioned it either. Because if my mother can give 10% on a housekeeping salary, raising 2 kids alone, I can give 10% on a Dwayne Reed paycheck, living in her apartment for free. I put the envelope in the inside pocket of my church jacket. I kiss her on the forehead on my way out. She says, be careful, the way she has said, be careful. Every Sunday morning since I turned 12, I say,
I will the way I have said I will back.
Neither of us knows what the phone in my pocket is gonna do at 3:47 p.m. Neither of us knows that the be careful was more important this Sunday than she meant it to be.
Halsey Street,
7:15, July 2015.
I walk out the front door,
the tithe envelope in my inside pocket, my mother's voice still in the hallway. The Sunday has begun, and I do not know yet what the Sunday is going to require.
It's Grandma. It's Saturday night. I know you're already asleep. You always were the one who went to sleep early on Saturdays because you knew you had to be up for church. Even when you were little, even when your mother had to drag your sister out of bed, you were already dressed. I remember. Anyway, I just wanted to leave you this message. I have been thinking about you all week. I don't know why. Sometimes the Spirit puts a name on my heart, and I don't get to know why. Your name has been on my heart all week, so I'm calling. I love you. I'm proud of you. Grace Baptist saved my life in 1971, and it saved yours in 2013. And that's the same church, and it's the same God. Don't you ever forget it. Also, please stop by after service tomorrow if you can. I made banana pudding. Your sister already said she wants some. Come get yours before she eats it all. I love you, baby. Grandma.
Grace Baptist, Bed-Stuy, July 2015, Sunday morning service. Pastor Michael in the pulpit. He's gonna preach on Matthew 6:24. He has picked this text on purpose. He does not know he has picked it on purpose. He thinks he is preaching to the whole congregation. He is preaching to me. The sanctuary at Grace Baptist hosts 300 people. There are 240 here this morning. The pew where my grandmother sits every Sunday is empty because she is sick. The pew where I sit is fourth row on the left side. I have been sitting in the same pew for 18 months. I sit in the fourth row because the fourth row is close enough to hear Pastor Michael clearly, and far enough that I do not feel exposed. Pastor Michael stands up. He reads Matthew 6 verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. He puts the Bible down, he looks at us, he says, we have got to talk about who your other master is this morning. And I feel my body settle into the pew. I feel the sermon coming, I feel confident. I have been walking with Christ for 18 months, and I have already handled this issue. I do not have another master. I got out, I stopped selling, I stopped hanging with the guys who were still on the block. I have been coming to church every Sunday, I have been giving my tithe every Sunday. I have been in the men's Bible study every Wednesday night. Whatever Pastor Michael is about to say, it is not about me, it is about the people in this room who are still divided. I feel the specific pride of the man who thinks he has already done the work.
Matthew 6 verse 24.
No man can serve
Two masters.
I heard the sermon, I did not hear the sermon. I heard it with my ears, I did not hear it in the place it was aimed. The whole time Pastor Michael was preaching, the other master was in my pocket, and the other master was about to call, and I was gonna answer, and I did not know it yet. Pastor Michael preached for 42 minutes. He preached hard. He preached the way he preaches when he knows there is somebody specific in the room who needs to hear it. He talked about how the second master barely announces itself as a master. The second master usually shows up as an obligation, as a favor, something you owe somebody from the old life. The second master usually shows up wearing familiar clothes and calling you by a familiar name.
The second master
does not need you to abandon Christ.
The second master
just needs you to hold something for it, just for a minute, just this once, just to pay off a debt that goes back farther than your salvation date. He said all of that, Pastor Michael said all of that, and I sat in the fourth row and I nodded because it made theological sense. And I did not nod because I recognized myself in the sermon, because I did not, because I still thought I was done, because I still thought 18 months was enough time to put all of it behind me, because I still thought the block did not have my number anymore. The sermon ended at 11:47 a.m. I put $20 in the offering plate. I shook Pastor Michael's hand at the door on my way out. I told him it was a good word, and I meant it, the way people mean it when they think a good word was for the person sitting next to them. 11 Grace Baptist, Halsey Street sidewalk. The sun is high. I'm walking home to change out of my church clothes. The phone in my pocket is not rung yet. The phone in my pocket is gonna ring at 3:47 p.m. Pastor Michael's sermon is gonna be the only thing between me and the wrong decision. And I did not hear it, I heard the words.
I did not hear the sermon.
The sermon was aimed at me, and I let it fly past me. And Christ has been trying to prepare me all morning, and I have been protecting my confidence from the preparation. Track 5 begins when the phone rings, phone rings, phone rings, phone rings. $2:38 p.m., Halsey Street. I am walking to my mother's Ford Focus. The keys are in my hand. My mother is at the salon. She does not know I have the car. She would not have said no if I had asked. I did not ask. That is the first small dishonesty of the afternoon. It is not going to be the last. I sit in the driver's seat. I put the key in the ignition. I do not turn it yet. I sit there for a full minute and I try to pray, and the prayer will not come. The prayer will not come because I am about to do something. The prayer will stop. The prayer will not come, because Christ is not gonna bless the mission I am on. The prayer will not come, because I already know Christ is on the other side of this ignition, and I'm about to drive away from him. So I do not try to pray anymore. I turn the key, the engine starts, and the specific quality of the engine starting is the sound of my last chance closing. I know it while I'm hearing it, I know it, and I drive anyway. I pull out of the parking spot, I turn left on the Halsey, I head east toward Ralph Avenue. 3.1 miles, 14 minutes in traffic. Every red light on Halsey between Franklin and Ralph is a chance to turn around. I stop at 7 red lights, I do not turn around at any of them. The specific number of chances Christ gave me to abort the mission is 7. I know because I counted. I counted the red lights the way you count things when you know they matter later. 7 red lights, 7 chances, 7 passes. The ride, the ride. 3.1 miles from Halsey to Ralph. 7 red lights, I could've turned around at. The prayer that would not come, the ignition sound of my last chance closing. Christ was in the passenger seat the whole time, and I would not look at him. Interior monologue while I drive, I'm justifying a ride to myself. I'm saying it's just a favor, I'm saying I owe him. I'm saying 1 hour of my time is not going to undo 18 months of walking with Christ. I'm saying God knows my heart. I'm saying this is not a spiritual issue, this is a practical issue. I'm saying if I do not go, Marcus is gonna come to my mother's apartment. I'm saying if I do not go, my mother could get put into whatever this is. I'm saying every rationalization the enemy has ever handed a Christian who was about to make a bad decision, and I am handing them to myself, and I am accepting them as valid. The self-deception on the ride is more sophisticated than anything the block ever did to me. The block was direct, the block said, come do this thing. The block did not need to convince me it was righteous. The block just needed my compliance this afternoon. My own mind is doing what the block used to do. My own mind is running the operation. My own mind is convincing me the mission is godly. And I am 19 years old, and I have never been taught how to notice when my own mind is being used against me. That comes later, that takes years. Right now on Halsey Street at 2:53 p.m. I do not know I'm being run, I just know I am driving. 3.1 miles from Halsey to Ralph. 7 red lights, I could've turned around at. The prayer that would not come, the ignition sound of my last chance closing. Christ was in the passenger seat the whole time, and I would not look at him. Corner of Halsey and Ralph, I see Marcus standing on the curb. He's wearing a black hoodie in July. He has a bag over his shoulder. There are 2 other guys with him. I do not know either of them. Marcus sees my mother's Ford Focus. He starts walking toward the car. The next 4 hours begin here. Ford Focus, Halsey Street eastbound. Marcus in the passenger seat. 2 guys I do not know in the back. The specific configuration of the car has not changed since 2018. The specific me sitting in the driver's seat has, and everybody in the car can see it. In the back left is somebody Marcus calls K. Is maybe 22. He is quiet in a way that is not shy. He is quiet the way people are quiet when they have already done things I have not done. The guy in the back right is somebody Marcus calls Twin. Twin is not a twin, Twin is one person. The name is a joke about something that happened before I existed on this block. Twin is louder than K. Twin is asking about who I am. Marcus tells him. Marcus says my full first name, middle name included, the way my grandmother says it. Twin laughs. Twin says, the church boy? Marcus says, yeah. Twin looks at me in the rearview mirror. Twin say, you still doing that? I say, yeah. Twin say, alright. Twin does not say anything else for the rest of the ride. Twin silence is worse than his question was. Twin silence is the whole car recalibrating around the presence of a Christian in the driver's seat. And the recalibration is not friendly, and the recalibration is not hostile. The recalibration is the specific way a room adjusts when it realizes somebody in it is playing a different game than everybody else. They look the same. I look different. Same clothes, same block, same sign, same physical bodies 3 years ago. I look different. I know it, they know it. Car knows it. Christ is the only variable, and the variable is showing. Even though I have not said a word about him, even though I have not preached, even though I am pretending to be who I used to be. They can see it, they can see it, because Christ leaves a mark. And I did not know Christ leaves a mark until I sat in this car and they told me with their silence. K speaks for the first time at 3:14 p.m. K asks where we are going. Marcus says the corner store in Bedford and Quincy first, then a house on Marcy near Willoughby. K nods, twin nods. I nod. I do not know why I nod. I am nodding because everybody else nodded. The corner store in Bedford and Quincy is the same corner store I used to sit in front of at 15. The corner store in Bedford and Quincy is where Marcus first paid attention to me at 14. The corner store in Bedford and Quincy is where the whole first cocoon started. I have not been inside that corner store since I got saved 18 months ago. I have specifically avoided that block for 18 months. I have taken different streets to work to avoid that block. I have taken different subway lines to avoid that block. And now I am driving my mother's Ford Focus toward that block with Marcus in the passenger seat. And the specific geography of my salvation is being tested by the specific geography of my unsalvation. And the geography is winning. The block is coming closer with every green light. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5:38 p.m. I pull up in front of the corner store on Bedford and Quincy. I put the Ford Focus in park. Marcus opens the passenger door. Marcus says, come inside with me. I get out of the car. I follow Marcus inside the corner store I have been avoiding for 18 months. Is the corner store I walked back into on July 19th, 2015. And the bell above the door makes the same sound it made when I was 15. They look the same. I look different. Same clothes, same block, same slang, same physical bodies 3 years ago. I look different. I know it, they know it. Car knows it. Christ is the only variable, and the variable is showing. Even though I have not said a word about him, even though I have not preached, even though I am pretending to be who I used to be. They can see it, they can see it, they can see it, because Christ leaves a mark. And I did not know Christ leaves a mark until I sat in this car and they told me with their silence. 5:38 p.m. Bedford and Quincy. The corner store I have been avoiding. The bell above the door. Marcus walking in first, me walking in behind him. Twin and K staying in the car, the specific way to the door closing behind me. The specific way to me being back inside the corner store where the first cocoon was built. Christ came in the door with me. I did not know that yet either. 5:42 p.m. Bedford and Quincy. Missy Vest water bottle in my left hand. Marcus getting back into my mother's Ford Focus. 20K waiting. The corner store behind me. The block that made me all around me. And for the first time all day, I am beginning to see the day for what it is. I am sitting in the driver's seat. Marcus is telling me the next address. Fort Fifi 7 Marcy Avenue, near Willoughby, 3rd floor apartment. He is telling me to park in the alley behind the building. He is telling me to keep the car running.
He is telling me
It would take 15 minutes.
He is telling me
Nobody's gonna see the car. It's telling me everything I would need to hear if I had come to do the thing he was hoping I had come to do. He's telling me all of this at 5:44 p.m. on a Sunday in July, and I am sitting in the driver's seat with Missy Vet's water bottle in my left hand, and I'm hearing Marcus talk, and I'm also hearing something else. I'm hearing a sermon from this morning for the first time. Pastor Michael's voice from the pulpit at 10:52 a.m. is playing back in my head at 5:44 p.m.
The second master does not need you to abandon Christ.
The second master just needs you to hold something for it.
Just for a minute.
Just this once, just to pay off a debt that goes back farther than your salvation date. Marcus is speaking English. Pastor Michael's sermon is speaking the same English. And for the first time all day, I am hearing both languages at the same time, and I am understanding that they are describing the same event. And the event is happening to me right now, in the driver's seat of my mother's Ford Focus.
Corner store 5:42 p.m.
The bottle of water in my hand, the Ford Focus in park, Marcus in the passenger seat, and Pastor Michael's sermon playing back from 6 hours ago at the exact volume Marcus is speaking at.
Corner store 5:42 p.m.
Second master arriving, wearing familiar clothes,
Calling me by my old name.
and the sermon from this morning finally landing at the corner store. 6 hours late, but not too late.
Corner store 5:42
Yeah. I have not said anything back to Marcus for 4 minutes. Marcus notices, Marcus stops talking. Marcus turns and looks at me. Marcus says, "You good?" I say, "Give me a second." Marcus says, "Second for what?" I do not answer. I'm sitting in the driver's seat of my mother's Ford Focus at 5:48 p.m. on Sunday, July 19, 2015, and I am running the whole day back in my head. The alarm on the flip phone at 7. My mother handed me the coffee, the tithe envelope in my church jacket pocket. Pastor Michael's sermon on Matthew 6 verse 24. Marcus's voicemail at
2:14 p.m.
the 7 red lights on Halsey, I did not turn around at. Twin silence in the backseat. Missy Vet saying, "Don't undo 2 years of work in one afternoon." The water bottle in my left hand, the prayer that would not come at the ignition. All of it is playing back at once. And Christ is in the backseat.
Christ has been in the backseat all day.
Christ has been the silent fourth passenger since 2:38 p.m. And Christ is not gonna make me do anything. Christ is gonna let me drive to Marcy Avenue if I decide to drive to Marcy Avenue. Christ is gonna let me get out at the alley if I decide to get out at the alley. Christ is gonna let me keep the car running for 15 minutes if I decide to keep the car running for 15 minutes. Christ has been letting me the whole day, and Christ is gonna keep letting me for as long as I wanna keep going. And that is the specific mercy that finally breaks me.
The mercy of Christ
Not stopping me, it's the specific mercy that stops me. Because if Christ had grabbed the wheel, I could have blamed him. Because Christ has not grabbed the wheel, I have to own the decision. And I own it at 5:51 p.m.
in the driver's seat.
Marcus staring at me,
The water bottle in my left hand.
the tied envelope still in my church jacket in the back seat.
And I turn to Marcus.
And I say the sentence I did not know I was gonna say. And the sentence is track 10, 5:51 p.m. Bedford and Quincy.
Missy Vet's water bottle in my left hand.
Christ in the backseat.
Marcus in the passenger seat.
The next sentence I say is going to decide the rest of my life. And I am about to say it. Track 10 begins with the sentence. 5:58 p.m. Corner of Bedford and Quincy. Church closed. 6 miles from Halsey Street. Missy Vet's water bottle in my left hand, the tithe envelope still in my jacket pocket. And I start walking. The first mile is Bedford Avenue North, Bedford Avenue on a Sunday evening in July is loud. Music from cars, kids on bikes, grandmothers on stoops with plates of food. 2 churches on my walk, both letting out evening service. Both congregations in their Sunday clothes on the sidewalk. I walk past both of them. Nobody knows what just happened in the Ford Focus. Nobody knows I am the man who just said no. Nobody knows I am the man who was about to say yes. The sidewalk does not congratulate me. The sidewalk does not judge me. The sidewalk just holds my weight the way the sidewalk holds everybody's weight on a Sunday evening in July. And I start crying somewhere around Bedford and Willoughby. I do not know why I am crying. I am crying because my body is releasing what my mind has been holding for the last 3 hours. I am crying because the specific weight of the refusal is heavier than I knew it was going to be. I am crying because I said no, and Christ was in the car, and Christ did not stop me from saying no, and Christ did not congratulate me for saying no, and Christ just let me say no. And now I'm walking home and nobody knows, not my mother, not my grandmother, not Pastor Michael. Nobody knows what just happened. And I'm walking home in church clothes with a water bottle from a woman named Miss Yvette. And that is the whole story so far.
6 miles home.
Bedford Avenue North, church closed on a July Sunday.
6 miles home.
Nobody knows what happened.
Nobody knows.
The ask I said no to. Nobody knows the debt I still owe Marcus. Nobody knows Christ was in the backseat. Nobody knows Miss Yvette gave me the water.
6 miles home.
And every step is a prayer, I do not know how to pray. And every step is a thank you, I do not know how to say.
6 miles home.
And the sidewalk holds me anyway. Mile 2, Bedford and Myrtle. I finished the water bottle, I throw it in the trash can on the corner, I keep walking. I am processing what just happened. I am processing it slow. I keep asking myself if Marcus is gonna be okay. I keep asking myself if Twin and Kay are gonna be okay. I keep asking myself if what was in the bag was gonna be used tonight, regardless of whether I held it or not. The answer to all 3 questions is I do not know. The answer to all 3 questions is not my responsibility to know. The answer to all 3 questions is a version of the same answer. Christ did not save me to be responsible for the outcome of every decision other people are making. Christ saved me to be responsible for the decisions I am making. The decision I made at 5:53 p.m. was mine. The decisions Marcus and Twin and Kay are making at 6:30 p.m. are theirs. I have to walk home and let their decisions be theirs. That is harder than I thought it was gonna be, because I love Marcus. Because Marcus was the first man who paid attention to me at 14. Because Marcus took a charge for me at 17. Because Marcus is gonna spend the next 15 minutes doing something that could get him killed or arrested or worse. And I am walking north on Bedford in church clothes, eating my own choice, and I have to let Marcus eat his. That is what boundaries mean. That is what salvation actually cost me at 5:58 p.m. Salvation cost me the ability to save Marcus by joining him. Salvation cost me the right to feel responsible for what Marcus does next. Salvation cost me the fantasy that I could hold a bag and still be who Christ is making me into. The fantasy died at 5:58 p.m. I killed it. I killed it with 3 words in the driver's seat, and now I'm walking home. And the walking home is the funeral for the fantasy.
6 miles home.
Bedford Avenue North, church closed on a July Sunday.
6 miles home.
Nobody knows what happened.
Nobody knows.
The ask I said no to.
Nobody knows.
The debt I still owe Marcus.
Nobody knows.
Christ was in the backseat. Nobody knows. Miss Yvette gave me the water.
6 miles home.
And every step is a prayer, I do not know how to pray. And every step is a thank you, I do not know how to say.
6 miles home.
And the sidewalk holds me anyway. Mile 5, Halsey and Nostrand. 40 minutes to sundown, sky in the color I have never noticed before. Street lights coming on early because it has been overcast all day. My mother's building is 1 mile away. My mother is on the porch. I do not know Track 13 begins when she sees me from a block away. 7:31 p.m. Halsey Street. My mother's building. My mother on the porch. She has been on the porch since 4 p.m. She does not know why. She only knows the spirit had her on the porch. And now she sees me walking up the block in my church clothes, and she knows something. She stands up from the porch chair. She does not walk toward me, she waits. She is 39 years old and she has been my mother for 19 years. She has watched me leave the house in church clothes 800 times. She has watched me come home in church clothes 800 times. She knows my walk. She knows what my walk looks like when I am tired. She knows what my walk looks like when I am happy. She knows what my walk looks like when I am hiding something. Tonight, my walk is a walk she has never seen before. Tonight, my walk is the walk of a man who has been in a fight he never announced. Tonight, my walk is the walk of a man who is not tired physically but is exhausted somewhere the body does not have language for. She sees the water bottle in my left hand. She sees the wrinkles in my church jacket from where I have been sweating for 6 miles. She sees my face. She does not ask me anything. She just says, come inside. Come inside. My mother on the porch at 7:31 p.m. Come inside. 2 words, no question, no demand for explanation, no punishment, no lecture. Come inside. 2 words, the whole gospel in 2 words. Come inside. Come inside, baby. The kitchen is warm, the stove is on. Yeah. I follow her into the apartment. She closes the door behind her. She does not turn on the overhead light. She turns on the small lamp on the side table by the couch. The apartment is in a specific evening light that only my mother's apartment never gets. Warm, yellow, slightly dim, like the inside of a photograph from 1994. She walks into the kitchen. I walk in behind her. She sits down at the kitchen table. She points at the chair across from her. I sit. She looks at me. She says nothing, and I start crying at the kitchen table. I got saved 18 months ago. I cried a specific cry that a man cries when he has been holding his own life together for 6 hours and finally can put it down. I cry for 2 full minutes without saying anything. She does not move. She does not comfort me. She lets me cry. And when I stop crying, she says one sentence. She says, tell me when you're ready. And I say, not yet. And she says, okay. And we sit at the kitchen table in the yellow lamplight for another 20 minutes. Not talking, not doing anything, just sitting. And the sitting is what heals me more than the eventual conversation. The sitting is the specific medicine of a mother who knows her son does not need words right now. The sitting is the specific medicine of a woman who has been praying for me for 19 years and knows what prayer answered looks like when it walks in the door in church clothes at 7:31 p.m.
Come inside.
My mother on the porch at 7:31 p.m.
Come inside.
2 words, no question, no demand for explanation, no punishment, no lecture.
Come inside.
2 words, the whole gospel in 2 words.
Come inside.
Come inside, baby. The kitchen is warm, the stove is on.
Come inside.
9.
Come inside.
9:47, kitchen table, Halsey Street.
2 words repeated all evening.
Come inside. And I did. And she let me. And I am home and the phone is about to ring. Track 14 is the phone call. 9:51 p.m. Kitchen table. The flip phone in front of me on the table. The screen lighting up. Pastor Michael, Grace Baptist. He has never called me on a Sunday night. I have known him for 18 months and he has never once called me on a Sunday night. And now he is calling. And I know why he is calling before I answer. I pick up the phone, I put it to my ear, I say, Pastor Michael says, God told me to call you. He says, I have been sitting in my study for 2 hours, and God has been telling me to call you. And I have been resisting because I did not want to intrude. He says, and then God said, the intrusion is the point. He says, so I am calling. He says, what happened tonight? I do not know how to start. I tell him I do not know how to start. He says, start with the phone call. So I tell him about Marcus. I tell him about the voicemail at 2:14 p.m. I tell him about the Ford Focus. I tell him about Twin and Kate in the backseat. I tell him about Bedford and Quincy. I tell him about Miss Yvette. I tell him about the ass. I tell him about the 3 words in the driver's seat. I tell him about 6 miles home in church clothes. I tell him about my mother on the porch. I tell him about the kitchen table and the yellow lamplight. I tell him all of it, and when I finish, he does not say anything for a long time. And then he says one sentence. He says, you preach to yourself today better than I preached to you this morning. And I start crying again, because he is right. The sermon I heard at 5:44 p.m. in the driver's seat was more preached than the sermon at 10:52 a.m. in the pew. The sermon at 10:52 a.m. was information. The sermon at 5:44 p.m. was formation. The sermon at 5:44 p.m. was Christ using the sermon from 10:52 a.m. to save me from myself. And Pastor Michael names it in one sentence at 10:07 p.m. on a Sunday night. The preacher called me 9:51 p.m. God told him to call me. He did not want to intrude. The intrusion was the point. The preacher called me 10:07 p.m. He said, you preach to yourself today better than I preached to you this morning. The preacher called me, and the phone call was the sermon that should have preceded the sermon that preceded the sermon at 5:44. That saved me from the ask at 5:53. The preacher called me. Pastor Michael says, let me pray for you. I say, please. He prays. I close my eyes at the kitchen table. My mother is at the stove making tea. She does not know it is Pastor Michael. She does not know he is praying. She just hears me on the phone with somebody at 10 p.m. on a Sunday, and she gives me space. Pastor Michael prays for me. He thanks God for the sermon at 10:52 a.m. He thanks God for Miss Yvette at 5:33 p.m. He thanks God for the water bottle. He thanks God for the 7 red lights on Halsey. He thanks God for twin silence in the backseat. He thanks God for the specific mercy of Christ not grabbing the wheel. He thanks God for the 3 words in the driver's seat. He thanks God for 6 miles of walking. He thanks God for my mother on the porch since 4 p.m. He thanks God for the yellow lamplight in the kitchen. He thanks God for every single element of the day that added up to me being on the phone with him at 10:07 p.m. He does not miss a single element. He names them all. And I sit at the kitchen table and I listen to him name them. And I understand for the first time in my life what providence actually feels like. Providence feels like a pastor naming every element of your day back to you, and you realizing every element was set up. Providence feels like realizing you are the only one in the room who did not know what was happening.
Providence feels like
Realizing God has been working on your behalf all day, and you were the last one to be told. Pastor Michael prays for 11 minutes. He says amen, I say amen. He says get some sleep, I say I will. He says I love you son, I say I love you too. We hang up
10:19.
Kitchen table, yellow lamplight. My mother's tea cooling on the counter. The flip phone dark on the table. Pastor Michael Grace Baptist in my recent calls. The day fully witnessed by the man who preached the sermon that saved my life at
5:44 p.m.
Providence named out loud by a pastor at 10:07
p.m.
And the Sunday is finally over, and Monday morning is next. 6:47 a.m. Monday, July 20th, 2015. The alarm on my flip phone goes off. I sit up on the green sectional. I fold the blanket. I stack the pillow on top of the blanket. The morning ritual has not changed, yeah. Everything else has. My mother is at the stove. Grits, 2 eggs over medium. Salt, pork, toast, coffee. She hands me the coffee before I ask. The Monday morning ritual is the same as every Monday morning ritual has been for 18 months. Nothing about the surface of the morning tells you what happened yesterday. That is the specific thing about a Monday after a Sunday like yesterday. The Monday looks exactly like every other Monday. The world does not know what happened. The coffee tastes the same, the eggs taste the same, the salt pork tastes the same. My mother is not treating me differently. My mother knows I need Monday to feel normal. My mother is giving me a normal Monday morning as a second act of mercy in 12 hours. Her first act of mercy was come inside. Her second act of mercy is scrambled eggs. The gospel operates through breakfast this morning. The gospel operates through my mother refusing to make yesterday larger than it needs to be for me to keep walking. The gospel operates through the tied envelope she already has on the counter for next Sunday. $20, same as last week, same as next week. The rhythm of a life does not stop for a day. The rhythm of a life keeps going, and the going is the healing. Monday morning, 6:47 a.m. The alarm on the flip phone, the green section of the blanket folded. Monday morning, the coffee my mother handed me before I asked. Monday morning, same breakfast as every Monday. Same tithe envelope for next Sunday. Same Dwayne Reed shift at 9 a.m. Same everything except one thing. I said no at 5:53 yesterday, and that changes every Monday morning for the rest of my life. Yeah, I walk to the subway at 8:32 a.m. I take the C train from Kingston through to Broadway, Nassau. I transfer to the 2 train. I get off at Fulton Street. I walk 2 blocks to the Dwayne Reed. I clock in at 8:58 a.m. I stock the shelves the way I have stocked the shelves for 11 months. I ring up customers the way I had rung up customers for 11 months. Nothing about my job has changed. Nothing about my commute has changed. Nothing visible about my life has changed. The change is entirely inside me. The change is that I know now what my note cost. The change is that I know now what Christ was willing to let me almost do. The change is that I know now what the mercy of Christ not grabbing the wheel actually means when it is applied to your life at 5:53 p.m. on a Sunday in July. And that knowing is gonna be with me for the rest of my life. And nobody at the Dwayne Reed knows, and nobody at the subway knows, and nobody on the sidewalk knows. And the not knowing is fine, the not knowing is the point. Christ did not save me for a testimony. Christ saved me for Christ. And the testimony is a byproduct of the salvation. Most days the testimony will not be a story I tell out loud. Most days the testimony will be that I got up at 6:47 a.m. and stocked shelves at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning like everybody else. And that unspectacular faithfulness is the shape most of the walk actually takes. The Sunday like yesterday happens once every 18 months. The Monday like today happens 6 days a week. And Christ is on this 6-day track, just as much as he is on the once every 18 months track. And Monday is where the faith actually lives. Monday morning, 6:47 a.m. The alarm on the flip phone, the green section of the blanket folded. Monday morning, the coffee my mother handed me before I asked. Monday morning, same breakfast as every Monday. Same tide envelope for next Sunday. Same Dwayne Reed shift at 9 a.m. Same everything except one thing. I said no at 5:53 yesterday, and that changes every Monday morning for the rest of my life. Hey, rain, 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 rain. Dwayne Reed on Fulton, punching the time card, blue polo shirt, name tag. Monday, Christ in the aisles, Christ at the register, Christ in the specific ordinariness of the shift I am about to work. And the album is almost over. Track 16 brings me back to the kitchen table, where the story started this morning. Present day, 30 years old, daughter in the high chair, wife at the counter, and the whole story I just told you laid to rest. Present day, 2026, kitchen table, my daughter in the high chair, my wife at the counter, coffee, scrambled eggs. The story I have just told you is over, and the day continues. I finished telling the story out loud, the story of the Sunday I almost went back. The story of Marcus in the passenger seat, the story of Miss Yvette and the water bottle, the story of 6 miles home and church clothes, the story of my mother on the porch, the story Pastor Michael's prayer at 10:07 p.m. The story of Monday morning at the Dwayne Reed. The whole story from top to bottom, told out loud on this Sunday morning in 2026 to an audience that is going to hear it as an album. And my daughter does not know I have just told a story. My daughter is one. My daughter is eating scrambled eggs. My daughter's going to hear this album when she is old enough. Maybe when she is 9, maybe when she is 14, maybe when she is 19. Whenever she asks me who I was before I was her father, the album is my answer. The album is what I want her to know about the specific man Christ made me into. The album is what I want her to know about the specific mercy that let her exist. The album is what I want her to know about the specific Sunday that decided her life 11 years before she was born. Present day, kitchen table, scrambled egg, coffee, daughter in a high chair, wife at the counter, the story told, the album made, the Sunday finally spoken out loud, 11 years after it happened. Present day, and the answer to the question my daughter would ask one day is now recorded in 12 tracks and 4 skits. Present day, and I am home, and I have been home since Monday, July 20th, 2015. My wife walks over to the table. She has heard me tell the story before. She has heard me tell the story in fragments over 8 years of marriage. She has never heard me tell the story straight through in one sitting until this morning. She sits down next to my daughter. She looks at me across the table. She says, "You should record it." I say, "I know." She says, "You have been avoiding recording it for 4 years." I say, "I know." She says, "The album is the recording." I say, "I know." She says, "Why now?" I say, "Because our daughter is old enough to be watching." I say, "And I want the first record of the story to be one I made deliberately." I say, "And not one that comes out of me at some other kitchen table when I am not ready." She nods, she reaches for my hand across the table. She holds my hand, the 3 of us sit at the kitchen table. My daughter is finishing her scrambled eggs. My wife is holding my hand, and I am home in this specific way. I have been home for 11 years. Home because I said no at 5:53 p.m. on a Sunday in July 2015. Home because I walked 6 miles in church clothes. Home because my mother said, "Come inside." Home with Pastor Michael prayed a prayer that named every element of a day I did not know had been set up. Home because Christ did not grab the wheel and made me the man who could tell the truth to a wife and a daughter I had not met yet. The album is a home built by that Sunday, and the album is the record I get to leave to the daughter who is the fruit of that Sunday. And that is the whole reason for the album to exist. That is the whole reason I recorded it. That is the whole reason I told the story out loud today. Present day, kitchen table, scrambled egg, coffee, daughter in a high chair, wife at the counter, the story told, the album made, the Sunday finally spoken out loud, 11 years after it happened. Present day, and the answer to the question my daughter will ask one day is now recorded in 12 tracks and 4 skits. Present day, and I am home, and I have been home since Monday, July 20th, 2015. Present day, 2026, kitchen table. My daughter finishes the scrambled eggs. My wife squeezes my hand. The coffee cools between us. Sunday morning, in the house I own. The block does not have my number anymore. The block does not have my number in 11 years. And every Sunday since has been another almost. Another moment I could have gone back. Another moment I did not. The album album is called Almost, because that is the truth. The salvation is not
One and done.
The salvation is one Sunday at a time. And this Sunday,
My daughter is eating
scrambled eggs, and I am here, and I am telling her the story. And she is gonna hear it when she is ready. And when she asks me who I was before I was her father, the album is my answer.
The album is the answer.
Almost, and I did not. And that is the whole record.